What if I told you that you could have a tidy home without spending hours cleaning every day? It seems impossible, doesn't it? But the truth is that there is a secret that few people know. And today, you will discover exactly how some people manage to keep their homes spotless all the time, even with the hustle and bustle of everyday life. If you've ever felt tired of cleaning up the same old mess every day, if you've given up on having guests over because your house wasn't looking presentable, or if you simply want to have more free time to spend with your family instead of cleaning, then this video was made especially for you. Because I'm going to show you 10 simple habits that, when applied to your daily life, will completely transform the organization of your home. What you're about to learn isn't just the usual cleaning tips that everyone already knows. These are tried and true strategies that work even for busy people who have little time and have tried everything else without success. If you don't apply these techniques, you'll continue to waste precious time every day, feel stressed about clutter, and miss out on opportunities to make the most of your home and family. But here's the most interesting part. One of these habits is so simple that you can start implementing it today, and in just 1 week, you'll notice the difference. What will that habit be? Keep watching, because I'm going to reveal each one of them, and I'm sure that at least 3 of them will fit perfectly into your routine. Tip 1. The 2-minute rule. There is a problem that affects practically every home: the little tasks we leave for later. You know those dishes that are left in the sink? Those clothes that are on top of the bed? Or those papers scattered across the table? Each of these things seems insignificant on its own, but when they accumulate, they turn our home into a veritable war zone. And the first strategy that will change your life is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right away. Don't put it off. Don't put it on your to-do list. Just do it right away. It may seem silly, but this little habit is revolutionary. Let's see how this works in practice. Did you just use a glass? Instead of leaving it in the sink, wash it and dry it right away. It will take no more than 2 minutes. Did you take off your clothes? Instead of throwing them on the bed or chair, put them in the laundry basket or hang them in the closet. 2 minutes. Did you get a bill in the mail? Instead of leaving it somewhere, put it in the right place or pay it if necessary. 2 minutes. What happens when you apply this rule is magical. First, your house will no longer be filled with small messes that take hours to clean up on the weekend. Second, you will develop an automatic sense of organization without even realizing it. Third, your mind will be at ease because you won't be constantly seeing those pending tasks. Many people say to me, "But I don't even have those 2 minutes available." And I answer, yes, you do. You just don't realize it. The time you spend looking for lost things, or the stress of seeing the house in a mess, is much greater than the 2 minutes you will invest in each small task. Tip 2. Prepare for tomorrow. Before you go to bed, one of the biggest causes of mess at home is the morning rush. We wake up in a rush, look for things desperately, leave everything scattered around, and leave the house promising to tidy up when we get back. But when we get back, we're tired and the mess just gets bigger. It's a cycle that never ends. The solution is to break this cycle by preparing for the next day before going to bed. This simple habit will save time, reduce stress, and keep your home much more organized. And best of all, you will wake up much more relaxed and ready. How to do this in practice? 15 minutes before going to bed, do a quick preparation for the next day. Lay out the clothes you are going to wear, leave your shoes in the right place, and prepare your bag or backpack with everything you will need. If you have breakfast at home, leave everything tidy. Cup, plate, cutlery, even the coffee can already be prepared in the coffee maker. For those who have children or grandchildren, this tip is even more valuable. Separate the children's clothes, organize their school bags, and have the materials they will need ready. It may seem like a lot of work, but it only takes 15 minutes and will save you a lot of stress the next morning. The benefits of this strategy are immense. First, you wake up without rushing and without that feeling of chaos. Second, your house doesn't turn into a hurricane every morning. Third, you have more time to have a quiet coffee or simply wake up calmly. Fourth, it drastically reduces the chance of forgetting important things because everything is already organized. Tip 3. A place for everything. How many times have you wasted time looking for your keys or that important bill or the remote control that was in your hand 5 minutes ago. This is one of the most common and frustrating problems in any home, not having a specific place for each object. The third strategy is essential. Assign a fixed place to each item in your home and always put everything in its proper place. It may seem obvious, but you would be surprised at how many people don't do this. And the difference this organization makes is amazing. Let's start with the items that cause the most confusion. Keys. Have a specific place near the door where they always go. It could be a hook, a pretty bowl, or a key holder. The important thing is that it's always the same place. Important documents. Have a specific folder or drawer. Medicines. A fixed place out of reach of children. Remote controls. A little basket on the coffee table. The magic happens when the whole family starts following this rule. At first, it will take a little discipline. You will pick up the key and put it almost anywhere, but you will remember to put it in the right place. After a few weeks, it will become second nature. The benefits are immediate and long-lasting. You will never again waste time looking for basic things. Your home will be visibly more organized because each object has its place. The stress of everyday life will decrease dramatically, and you will feel much more in control of your own home. Now, before we move on to the next tip, if you're enjoying these strategies, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content about organization. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love hearing where my friends who follow the channel are coming from. Tip 4. The magic basket technique. There's a problem that happens in every home. Objects that are scattered around because no one knows where to put them or because they belong in other rooms. That toy in the living room that should be in the bedroom, that book in the kitchen that should be on the shelf, that tool on the table that should be in the garage. The fourth strategy is brilliant and will solve this problem once and for all. Always have a basket or box in each main room of the house. This will be your magic basket to collect everything that doesn't belong in that room. How does it work? During the day, when you find items out of place, instead of stopping to put them back in their correct places, simply put them in the basket. At the end of the day, or when the basket is full, quickly walk around the house distributing each item in its correct place. Let's look at a practical example. You're in the living room watching TV and you notice a recipe book that should be in the kitchen. Instead of getting up to put it away right away, you put it in the basket in the living room. Later, you find a toy that should be in the children's room. Basket again. A medicine that should be in the bathroom. Straight to the basket. This technique is especially useful for families with children as they tend to leave things lying around the house. Instead of chasing after your kids all the time, you can simply collect everything in the basket and then organize it. The benefits are fantastic. First, you keep your space clean and visually organized. Second, you save time because you can organize everything in one go instead of making several small trips throughout the day. Third, it makes organizing less tiring and more efficient. Tip 5. Clean while cooking. The kitchen is the heart of the home, but it's also the place where people make the most mess. And one of the biggest sources of household stress is finishing cooking and finding a huge pile of dirty dishes, pots to wash, and the entire kitchen disorganized. This turns the pleasure of cooking into pure torture. The fifth strategy will revolutionize your relationship with the kitchen. Clean and organize while you cook. Don't leave everything for later. This change in habit is transformative and will save you a lot of time and energy. How to apply this in practice? While the food is cooking, instead of standing around waiting, use this time to wash the pots and utensils you've already used. Finished cutting the vegetables? Wash the cutting board and knife immediately. Used a bowl to mix ingredients? Let it soak or wash it right away if you have time. Always have a damp cloth on hand to clean up spills and messes immediately. When something spills on the stove or in the sink, clean it up immediately because it will stick and cause a lot more work later. Organize your ingredients and seasonings as you use them, putting each one in its place. An extra valuable tip: prepare all the ingredients before you start cooking and put away the packaging and clean the surfaces as you use each item. That way, when the food is ready, your kitchen will already be practically clean and organized. The results are incredible. When you're done cooking, all you have to do is wash the dishes you used to eat because everything else is already clean. Your kitchen always looks presentable for unexpected guests. You'll never again feel discouraged about facing a mountain of dishes after a delicious meal. Tip 6. The entry and exit rule. There is a simple habit that can completely transform the organization of your home. Whenever you leave a room, take something that doesn't belong there with you. And whenever you enter a room, take something that belongs there with you. This is the rule of entry and exit, and it works like magic. The problem this technique solves is the gradual accumulation of misplaced objects. You leave the bedroom and leave a cup on the nightstand. You go to the kitchen and leave a magazine on the counter. You go to the living room and leave a shoe on the floor. At the end of the day, every room has things that don't belong there. Let's see how to apply this rule in practice. Are you leaving your bedroom to go to the kitchen? Take a quick look around. Is there a cup, plate, or glass you can take to wash? Are you going from the living room to the bedroom? Take that piece of clothing that's on the couch. Are you leaving the kitchen to go to the bathroom? Take that cleaning product that was out of place. The opposite movement also works. Coming back from the kitchen to the bedroom, bring back that clean towel that was on the chair. Coming back from the backyard to the living room, bring back the plants that need watering. It's a natural movement that doesn't require any extra effort, just attention. This strategy is especially effective because it turns organization into a continuous and almost automatic action. You don't have to stop everything to do a big organizational cleanup. The house will stay tidy naturally with small and constant movements. The benefits are amazing. Your home will never again look like it's full of clutter and objects scattered around. You'll save time because you won't have to do big tidying sessions. And the best part is that this habit becomes so natural that you won't even realize you're doing it. Tip 7. Organize by categories, not rooms. Many people make a common mistake when organizing. They try to organize one room at a time. They start with the bedroom, then move on to the living room, then the kitchen. It may seem logical, but this approach actually makes organizing much more difficult and less efficient. The 7th strategy is quite different. Organize by categories of objects, not by rooms. This means that you will gather all similar items from around the house before deciding where and how to store them. This technique is revolutionary and will help you really understand what you have at home. How does it work in practice? Let's start with the clothes. Instead of organizing your bedroom wardrobe, then your bathroom cabinet, and then your closet, gather all of your clothes in one place. All of them, from the bedroom, the bathroom, the laundry room, from those chairs where clothes pile up. Only then decide what to save and where to save it. Do the same thing with books, documents, cleaning products, medicines, kitchen utensils. When you see everything together, you can make much better decisions about what you really need and how best to organize it. This approach reveals surprising things. You might find that you have 3 can openers lying around the house, or 5 hand creams in different places, or important documents lost in random drawers. When you have everything together, it's easy to decide what to keep, what to donate, and how to organize better. The results are fantastic. You eliminate unnecessary duplicates, find things you forgot you had, and create a much more logical and efficient organization system. Plus, when everything is well categorized and organized, it becomes much easier to maintain order in your day-to-day life. Tip 8. The 15 minutes a day technique. One of the biggest obstacles to keeping your home organized is the feeling that it's going to be too much work. Many people look at their clutter and think, it's going to take me all weekend to get this done. This feeling of overwhelm can cause us to put off organizing indefinitely. The 8th strategy breaks this barrier. Dedicate just 15 minutes a day to organization. It may not seem like much, but those 15 minutes a day make a much bigger difference than several hours on the weekend. And the best part, 15 minutes is a time that anyone can find in their routine. How to apply this technique? Choose a fixed time of day that works for you. It could be in the morning before you leave for work. It could be when you get home, before you relax. Or it could be in the evening before you go to bed. The important thing is that it is always at the same time to create the habit. During these 15 minutes, choose a specific area to organize. Monday, living room table. Tuesday, kitchen drawer. Wednesday, bathroom cabinet. Thursday, bedroom table. Friday, entryway. With this routine, every week you will organize 5 different areas of the house. The secret is consistency, not intensity. It's better to do 15 minutes every day than 3 hours on Saturday. Because when you do it daily, the mess never builds up. And when it becomes a habit, those 15 minutes fly by and you won't even feel like a burden on your routine. The benefits are impressive. Your home will always remain at an acceptable level of organization. You will never again feel overwhelmed by clutter. And most importantly, you will develop an organizational mindset that will extend to other areas of your life. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. Create functional zones. A very common mistake is not thinking about the functionality of spaces. People organize objects without considering how they use each area of the house on a daily basis. This creates a beautiful but impractical organization that soon becomes messy again because it doesn't make sense for the family's real routine. Strategy 9 solves this. Create functional zones in your home. This means grouping objects and activities according to how you actually live, not how you think you should live. This practical approach makes organization much easier to maintain. Let's look at some practical examples. In the kitchen, create a breakfast area. Cups, small plates, toaster, coffee, sugar, all in an accessible place. Create a cooking area. Pots, utensils, basic seasonings near the stove. Cleaning area. Products, cloths, sponges under the sink. In the living room, if you usually work on the sofa with your laptop, create a casual work area. Chargers, notepad, pens in a drawer of the coffee table. If you have children, create a toy area in a specific corner with a basket to quickly store everything. In the bedroom, create an area for getting dressed, everyday clothes, shoes you use the most, basic accessories in an easily accessible place. Sleeping area. Bedside items such as books, water, medicine, glasses on an organized nightstand. The key is to observe your actual habits and organize accordingly. If you always take your medication before bed, keep it on your bedside table, not in the bathroom. If you always check your emails while drinking coffee, keep a charger in the kitchen. The results are transformative. Organization naturally sticks because it makes practical sense. You spend less time looking for things because they're where you naturally expect to find them, and your routine flows much more smoothly and efficiently. Tip 10. The power of weekly maintenance. The last strategy is perhaps the most important of all. Establish a weekly maintenance routine. Many people manage to organize their home, but after a few weeks, everything returns to its original chaos. This happens because there is no system for maintaining the organization that has been achieved. The 10th and final tip is to create a weekly maintenance ritual that will ensure all of your other habits continue to work. Choose a day of the week, whether it's Sunday or Saturday, and dedicate an hour to reviewing and adjusting the organization of the entire house. During this weekly hour, take a walk around your house and notice what needs attention. Rearrange objects that have been moved during the week. Reorganize drawers that have become cluttered again. Clean surfaces that have accumulated objects. It's like doing preventive maintenance for your organization. Use this time to evaluate what is working and what needs improvement. You may notice that a certain place keeps getting messy. This is a sign that the organization system of that space needs to be rethought. You may need to change where certain objects are stored. This weekly maintenance is also an opportunity to teach the whole family about organization. Make this a time when everyone participates, each taking care of an area. The kids can organize their toys. the adults can take care of their respective areas, and everyone works together to keep the house running smoothly. The most important thing is to view this maintenance not as a boring obligation, but as an investment in your well-being and quality of life. An organized home reduces stress, saves time, improves your mood, and creates a much more pleasant environment for the whole family to live in. With this maintenance routine, all of the other 9 habits we learned today will naturally follow suit. You will have created a complete and sustainable system of organization that actually works in the long run. We've reached the end of our 10 powerful strategies for keeping your home organized. These aren't just cleaning tips. They're life-changing habits that will change your relationship with your home and your quality of life. The 2-minute rule, preparing for tomorrow, having a place for everything, the magic basket, cleaning while you cook, the in and out rule, organizing by categories, the 15-minute daily routine, functional zones, and weekly maintenance. Remember, you don't have to apply all of these strategies at once. Start with 1 or 2 that make the most sense for your situation. Practice them until they become second nature, and then gradually add the others. Lasting organization is built with small, consistent steps, not with big radical changes. Your home can be the peaceful and tranquil place you've always dreamed of. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be functional and welcoming. And with these simple habits, you'll find that staying organized can be much easier than you think. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these tips caught your attention the most? Which one will you start applying first? Share your experience, your questions, or tell us what the biggest challenge is when organizing your home. I love talking to people who follow the channel and sharing experiences about organization. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content about organization, cleaning, and home well-being. Every week there is a new video with practical tips that really work in everyday life. Let's work together to transform our homes into even better places to live.